Mic check. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's the Legend GMT 24/7 coming to you live from the 215 where it ain't safe. Me and mines, how y'all doing this Sunday? Happy Sunday.
Right here's where I go black. And I have no idea how to go back. I'm from the east, location, most hated, smoke fragrant. Bunch of young niggas with old faces. Soul takers, soul blazers, no donations. They was buying it, old Laker. Yellow tape got the road vacant. I shot him through the desert in the water always. I'm not a rich nigga or a big spender. I'm a ditch digger. Leave your body floating in the piss river. Get disfigured, the lick hitter, sick trigger, sticking out the whip look like an antenna. Keep it a G. I gotta keep it streets. They already knew. I thought I was being discreet. Here's a beast. Niggas are waiting to see defeat. Here for keeps. I don't do none of that internet beats. Nigga, we just gonna meet when we meet. Then we meet and you don't want to fight with me or all of a sudden not with beef. You see this Glock 19 in my fucking boxer briefs and now you're fucking copping please. I took my shirt off and showed my taco meat for nothing. I wanted to fight. That boy right there too restless. That boy right there too reckless. That boy pipe fuck holes, touch the old bucko. Yep, you guessed it. I can show you how to up your pressure. Big bro got a couple methods. Had a best sex, stress less, let go, set goals, run through checklists. Got them like double decker. Shotgun with a custom catcher. Slay down with a bird on me. Can't really want to ruffle feathers. Loud mouth, calm down, bow down, humble gesture. Who the fuck you testing? Nigga, two black eyes like Uncle Fester, larking in his mouth. We try talking this shit out. Come on, the room, what's on your mouth? What's all of this about? Carbon with the snout, revolver to a scout, spin off, that's a Raven just with the Corey in the house. I'm talking in the mouth, what's with all the latest vibes? My friends hating on me, I ain't all the way surprised. My homie looked me in my face and saw to me with lies. Envy right across from me, Charlemagne the guy. They walk away with pride, I wanna talk and they decline. Niggas don't fuck with me, I can't offer wasted time. Meanwhile, I'm in Miami watching the starters play LeBron. Just left dinner with CeeLo drinking carbonated wine. That niggas don't know nothing about no fucking wine. I'm from the east, no faking. Cold cases, you won't make it. Dower blunt spinning in rotation. Yellow tape got the road vacant. I shot him through the desert in the water, old ace. I'm not a rich nigga or a big spender. I'm a ditch digger.
What's up, what's up, what's up? How y'all doing this evening? Mr. Triggs in the building. What's up, Mr. Triggs? How y'all doing today? So listen, today we talking about my man, my Philly homeboy, Mr. Teddy Pendergrass. But the thing about this here story, right, is Teddy Pendergrass murder. I mean, not Teddy Pendergrass murder, the murder of Teddy Pendergrass's manager. Now, I don't know if y'all aware that this murder is still unsolved. Nobody never been locked up for this here case, yo. Nobody never been arrested for this case. So let's get into it. Now, we all know about Teddy Pendergrass. He was Philly artist. He was in the group Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Now, if y'all know anything about Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, y'all know that the original guy who put that group together was Mr. Harold Melvin. Now, Teddy was never supposed to be a lead singer or any of that. Teddy was the drummer for the Blue Notes. Teddy was a talented guy. You know, he was the drummer for the Blue Notes. Now, Harold Melvin was what they call a taskmaster, you know what I'm saying? So like Harold made sure he got the wardrobe, you know, Harold made sure that the steps was this way. Harold made sure that everybody got paid because not only was he the leader of the group, he was managing the group and booking the group and he was doing everything. So they were actually after gigs. It said that they were after a gig. They would have to go to Harold Melvin house and ask for some money. You know what I mean? So yeah, Teddy, one of the guy who was singing with the group, he got tired, so he branched off and shit. He left the group. So they let Harold B start singing. They started featuring Teddy Pendergrass. And you see back in the day, you start seeing Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes featuring Teddy Pendergrass on the album covers. You know what I'm saying? So with that happening, the group started gaining more notoriety and recognition. They started getting bigger, but they still wasn't getting paid. Like Harold Melvin was keeping all the money. Yeah. Harold would keep all the money, man. He wouldn't pay those guys right. He would say, well, I bought the suits for, our wardrobe. Too big for skinny jeans is in the building. He'd be on that type time. So he giving them guys, a few coins here and there, but they making their records are starting to sell. You know what I mean? Once Teddy, became the lead singer, like the Blue Notes was an all right group, until Teddy became, until the group became Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Now, see, y'all gotta understand like how much of a controlled freak the boy Harold Melvin was. Like, when the group was the Blue Notes, when Teddy became the lead singer, he didn't want, Teddy Pendergrass and the Blue Notes. It had to be Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes featuring Teddy Pendergrass. That way, he had paid Teddy less money. You feel me? He paid a group less money, and he's the name. Yo, they say Harold Melvin was a real finicky guy. Some say he was some say Harold was fun. They say a lot of the guys in the that group were homosexuals and stuff, Teddy included and stuff. It's a big story about, how he crashed the car. But we're getting to that later. But right now, we're going to get into, Teddy, he becomes frustrated with the band, the group. The name Harold Melvin. I mean, everybody knows that name, right? But everybody wouldn't have known that name if he would have just been a regular member of the Blue Notes. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the best singer. He wasn't the best dancer. He wasn't the best looker, but it was his group. And he was going to make sure that his name, when you go to the concert, right? And they got your name up in the lights, his had to be first. Harold Melvin in the big red, blue, the blinking lights. He had to see Harold Melvin name up there. Then the rest of them guys' names could come. Like Harold was a narcissist, they call him, a egomaniac. You know what I'm saying? He was one of them guys, man. But he was also a talented guy, too, to be able to put that together. You know anything about the story, Riz? Riz Laris in the building? What's up, Riz? I listened to the old live where you were on my panel yesterday. What you talking about, M3? Oh, yeah, I remember when he was on the panel talking about the 360 deals and all that stuff. I remember that. Me and my man was just talking about them deals yesterday. Yeah. But anyway, back to Teddy P and the gang and the group. So Teddy becoming disgruntled. They making all these hits, and Teddy making all these hits for the group, and they're he not getting paid. He becoming more and more disgruntled as a singer, man, and he don't really know what to do, So he steps to Harold, I want some more money. I want this, I want that. Harold tell him, man, get out of here. You know what I mean? This is the deal. It's Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes featuring Teddy. If you don't like it, you can skate because we can replace you. You know what I mean? So that's what Teddy Pendergrass did. Teddy Pendergrass left the group. You know what I mean? Now, when he left with nothing. Harold ain't get that nigga nothing. Nothing. You can't go on the road singing my song. You know what I mean? You can't do none of that, you know? So Teddy was really in a bind, man, for a few years, man. People don't know that when he left the Blue Notes, man, he was really messed up out there. Not, I ain't gonna say messed up, but you know, he didn't have employment. You know, he was living off like loans and stuff like that. You know, boom. Now we're gonna get into the meat. Okay, Tasmaya Taz Melina Lang. Okay, they called her Taz. She was a beautiful, talented woman who hung out with the celebrities. You know what I mean? She was close friends with a lot of people in the industry. Her and Dionne Warwick were real close friends. The lady Nancy Wilson, that was one of her mentors. You know what I'm saying? Her father, he was a prominent lawyer, you know, and she knew, you know, some people who knew Teddy. You know what I mean? So her and Teddy, you know, they started talking. She was once married to a Philadelphia Eagle. You know what I mean? She was once married to a boy who used to play for the Eagles or whatever. So her and Teddy started dating and stuff. You know what I mean? Now she lived up in the section of PA. She lived on the main line. You know what I mean? She lived up there on the main line, beautiful mansion, and you know what I mean? All that. So Teddy, that's his girlfriend now. So Teddy living now, you know what I'm saying? You know, he back in the mix, but he ain't making no music or nothing. But he's back to, you know, a certain type of lifestyle again with his new girlfriend. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, she about money. You know what I mean? She's a businesswoman. So she said, look, I'm gonna start the Teddy Bear Productions, you know what I'm saying? For you, and we're gonna get back into, you know, getting this music and this money. In 2023, no one wanted to sign UK rapper so Spector decided to make his own label with brother, and name of the label is called Boy. Yeah, ain't nobody from the US want to sign him. But you know what, Young Riaz? They signing a lot of those UK rappers now because like it broadens the base. Like if you get one of them UK rappers on your label, then you could take your artists over there and you could bring them over here. Just make more money. You know what I'm saying? The Wise TV, good to see you in the building, sis. How you doing? How you doing? So yeah, let's get back to Miss Tasmaya, Miss Tasmaya and Mr. Teddy Pendergrass. So she says, like I said, her being a businesswoman at the end of the day, she tells this cat, you know, listen, you're a singer, you're not doing nothing right now. Let's open up this Teddy Bear Productions. You know, I'm gonna get the building, I'm gonna do that. So she gets a building like on Second and South. You know what I mean? If you know anything about Philly, South Street is prime property. You know what I'm saying? So she opens up an office called Teddy Bear Productions on 215 South Broad Street. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I talk about Broad Street a lot. Y'all run up and down Broad Street. Yeah, so actually she was married to, if y'all know about football, y'all know the Eagles back then in the 70s, they had a fullback. His name was Israeli Lang. They call him Izzy Lang and shit. That's who Tasmaya was married to, you know what I'm saying? But you know, that's who she was married to at first, and she divorced him. And you know, her and Teddy hook up around this in the 70s, y'all. This the late 70s, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like 77, they hook up and everything. She got the office going on. She got him back in down there, Philly International, because that's where all the artists recording. Philly International Records is also on Broad Street. You know what I'm saying? That's it was ran by Gamble and Huff. You know what I'm saying? You know, Gamble and Huff, big time producers out of Philadelphia. They got the Philly sound. They created the Philly International sound. So boom, Teddy back in the studio doing his solo thing. She funding everything. You know what I'm saying? She doing everything for him, making sure all the business is straight. You know what I mean? She making sure all the business is straight and whatnot. So Teddy, he launches his solo career. He relaunches his solo career. And boom, once again, Teddy takes off. Y'all remember how Teddy, who the man was back then, early 80s, you know what I'm saying? You know, Teddy Pendergrass, he was the man, you know, had his jeans and everything, right? All that was through her, you know, business mind. Because Teddy, man, was just a guy who wanted to sing and have fun. You know what I mean? You know, Teddy was a church boy back in those days, because in the early 60s and the 70s, back in those days, it was gangs. It was gangs in Philadelphia. But when I say gangs, it's not like today they do the gangs today. Like, gangs in Philadelphia is like hoods, blocks, you know, neighborhood. Like, you could actually live on the same block. We could both live on, say, Jackson Street. I could be from 25th and Jackson, and you could be from 20th and Jackson. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we 2 5s, y'all 2 0s. That's how the gangs was. So to avoid the gang, because Teddy lived in the heart of North Philly. To avoid that, he stayed in the church. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about back in the day, if you were a positive kid, if you was playing basketball, if you was a singer, the older guys who was in the streets, they'd keep you straight on that pack. Get off the corner, nigga. Go sing somewhere. Hey, get a couple hours, go get your sneakers, go play some basketball. You know, not like it is today where everybody is encouraged to hit the streets and shit. Yeah. 80s Teddy is who I know. Okay, Bree Love, you know that 80s Teddy. So that's the new Teddy, though. That's the one that started blowing up. That's the one that started making the money. That's the one that started getting the international fame. You know what I mean? But, you know, they say everywhere they would go, you gotta mind you now, he's still in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship with Tasmaya, who's also his manager. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, in that check, and like I said, she's a businesswoman. So when that check get cut, she take her money. She take her managerial money. She take that money for putting him in the studio. She did the same thing Harold did. Hey, she did the same thing Harold did. So it's alleged that Tasmaya started taking Teddy's money also, because she was already, you know, they say he also became somewhat jealous of her, because when they would go to these prestigious places and everything, people would already know her. She was still introducing him. You know what I'm saying? And he felt some type of way about that. And on top of that, you know, he had to still go to her in order to get money. He driving around in her Rolls Royce. He's still living in her house on the main line, because, you know, you doing the girlfriend boyfriend thing with her, but she's still business. You my artist. You know what I mean? No, you're not my artist, but I manage you. So, you know what I mean? That's what was going on. Hood Therapy in the building. How you doing, Hood Therapy? Everything all right with you over there? I see you had let a few people have it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes they got to get it. But yeah, Teddy once again started to get a bit disgruntled about, you know, him not having the recognition that he thinks he deserves, you know, due to somebody else impeding his progress. You know what I mean? So Teddy took a break from, you know, y'all remember when Teddy got real big and he made them I think he put out 2 back-to-back albums. He was huge, but he started taking a little break because Teddy started getting high, y'all. Teddy was had to go into rehab, you know what I mean? Because Teddy had a powdered cocaine habit, and he was a alcohol. He liked to drink a lot too. You know what I mean? He liked to drink a lot. All right, give me a minute, y'all. I'll be right back. Take a break now.
With Little Robot, your days of scooping.
This motherfucking Nems, man. What a fucking big piece of shit. Talk about fuck your life. You can go fuck yourself, you big bitch.
I fucking run this city. I run these fucking parties, and you would never get your fucking fat ass in. Yo, get over here, you fucking dickhead.
Oh, me?
All that shit talking on the gram finally's catching up with you.
I really
What's
just
going with you? What's in your fucking pockets?
I don't got that.
Hey, yo, what the fuck is
Please
this?
don't tell anybody about that.
I should smack the shit out you right now. I should rush your shit to a punk ass bitch. I'ma dump this clip, ha. Put this gun on your lips, watch you run like a bitch. You a motherfucking snitch, ha. Real ones don't switch if you ever catch me slip. Everybody getting hit, ha. You know what the fuck it is, homie? Run that shit! What the fuck you talking about? If your girlfriend screams, I'ma pork her mouth. Coming your way and the hawk is out. Now the police coming and the chalk is out. Leave your organs shitting out. If you got some last words, better get them out. Fuck rap, I really live it out. Bop, 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 everybody get it now. I got marks on your neck. Get that shit look like a hick. Nah, yo. Hey, yo, what's up with your girl? What's up with that gun? She all on my dick. Ow. Bust ups on her face. New makeup. Now the situation sticky. Yeah. But when I run down on them, everybody getting hit with the goddamn blick.
Blicky, blicky, blicky,
The goddamn blick. Blicky, 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 blicky. The goddamn blick. The goddamn blick. But when I run down on them, everybody getting hit with the goddamn blick. I'll jap that watch, I'll jap that chain, I'll jap them rings and carry bull. I'll jap that bike, I'll jap your car, I'll jap them rims. Say 4G, I'll jap your bitch, I'll jap your kicks, I'll jap those Timbs. These some bullshit. I'll even jap your kids, little motherfucker. I say, give me everything. I'll smack your moms, I'll smack your pops, I'll smack your daughter, little Gunther. I'll smack your son and make him smack you when I give him the all. I'll smack your father, I'll smack your moms, I'll smack your dog, I'll smack your grandma. Then put a bogey out in your grandfather's urn. Fuck your life, motherfucker. Your life. Got marks on your neck. Yeah. Shit look like a hick. Nah, it's not. Hey, yo, what's up with your girl? What's up with that bitch? She all on my dick. Hey, yo, bust nuts on her face. Bing bong. Now the situation sticky. Up. But when I run down on them, everybody getting hit with the goddamn blick.
Yo, y'all like that blicky? Yeah, so yo, so okay now. What y'all talking about? Big facts. So every time we stream, listen to my 9mm go bang. What you know about the 9mm go bang? Salute the Slewfoot Slum. What's up, Slew? How you doing, bro? On a great rainy Sunday. You know, it rained for 2 days over here, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so now my man Teddy, he back in the same boat he was in when he was running with Harold Melvin and the Blue Note in the group. The girl, Tasmaya, who he probably thought he was going to be able to just, you know, I don't know. He had to pay his weight. So she was getting him money too. They started saying that she was taking most of Teddy money too. He wasn't making no money. So he wanted to get out of the deal with her. So, but that's his boyfriend, girlfriend, right? So the first thing happened was they broke up. All right, Teddy moved out of her mansion, whatever. He got him an apartment up there on City Line Avenue. You know, Teddy a wild boy now, you know what I mean? That's when Teddy started really wilding on stage, you know what I mean? Doing his thing. So on Thursday, April 14th, 1977, you know, Teddy went out of town. He goes out of town. And Taz, she spent most of the day, she stayed in New York, you know, putting together the final, finalizing the details for this tour she about to put Teddy on. You know what I mean? She about to put him on one of those world tours and shit. You know what I mean? This was the second time that she put Teddy on the world tour. You know what I mean? Because that's when he came back from the first one, that's when he realized, like, damn, she treat me like her. You know what I mean? I ain't paid. And don't nobody know me when we went over there. Everybody knew her. Like, the man felt some type of way. He started being sensitive. Teddy got sensitive. So they wasn't dating no more at this time. You know what I mean? But she was still, like I said, she bought her money, she bought her business. She knew she had, something there with Teddy. She knew she had a money maker. So she like, look, you don't want to date no more. Cool. Go ahead and do your thing. She's, you know what I mean? But I'm putting together this world tour, this second world tour. I have to get paid again. You know what I mean? So she was putting together opening acts for Teddy and things like that. You know what I mean? So they say she spoke to her mother about 10 o'clock that night and told her that she would be flying back home. You know what I mean? So around 11:30, she got home from work. Now, Teddy had a Bentley's Farnsworth, a personal assistant type nigga. Teddy had a guy, who also they say alleged to be Teddy homosexual lover. You know what I mean? His name was JoJo Tynes. Everybody in the city know about, if you from the city in that era, everybody know about JoJo. He was running around with Teddy. He would be the guy who goes get the drugs for Teddy. He go get the, the illicit stuff for Teddy. He do Teddy's dirty work, basically. So he is traveling with Tasmaya, Teddy's former girlfriend and manager. You know what I mean? So when they get to her driveway, they pull up in the driveway, in her Mercedes Benz. They pull up, she lived up there in Mount Airy. You know what I mean? If anybody knew the Mount Airy neighborhood back then, beautiful neighborhood, upscale neighborhood, Dude was supposed to have JoJo. He went to the trunk allegedly to get some things out the trunk of the car, and Tasmaya went to open her front door, and as she was walking up her walkway, somebody jumped out the bushes and hit her up. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? They hit her up. They hit her in her face and they hit her in her chest. You know what I mean? She was rushed to Germantown Hospital and she was pronounced dead at 11:42. You know what I mean? Now, Teddy said he was tending to business. You know what I mean? And he got back to Philly and he said, he told her, you going to New York, I'm going to be going. He stayed in Philly and he would see her when she got back. He said they promised to talk the next day. He said, as the rest of the entourage checked in the hotel, a clerk came to Teddy and was like, Mr. Pendergrass, you have an urgent message. And that's when he was told the hit was complete. You know what I mean? He was the one of the first people that got the call, which was odd, strange to me. You know what I mean? How JoJo was getting something out the trunk and Tasmaya was getting her keys to open up the front door when somebody emerged from the bushes and shot at point blank range. You know what I mean? They say one of the bullets passed through her arm and pierced her heart. She died almost instantly. My guess this is over money. It's always over money. And you know, Teddy wanted his money, and Teddy couldn't get out of that contract. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Give me a minute. Yes? What's up, bro? What's going on? No, I'm on live right now. Yeah. What's good with you? You watching the game? Cool. Hit me back. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. All right. All right, bro. Balik flying. Yeah, so Teddy ain't know how to get, she wasn't, Teddy didn't go into he wasn't business savvy, as we could see. Teddy went into that thing trying to get paid, trying to be famous. That's all, you know what I'm saying? And those contract issues, man, because she wasn't going to let him out the deal, you know what I mean? And the thing about this, the rumors immediately spread that her murder was the result of a hit. You know what I'm saying? Because JoJo, is alleged to have had ties to the Black Mafia, the Philadelphia Black Mafia, who also wanted Teddy's contract at that time. They say the Black Mafia, it's alleged was extorting Teddy. You know what I mean? And they couldn't really get next to him because the girl, unbeknown to Teddy, the girl Tasmaya was protecting him. He was under her umbrella, the Black Mafia wouldn't touch him. He would, you know what I'm saying? But when Teddy started, they said Teddy started becoming vocal. He started becoming vocal that he was unhappy in the situation with his manager, like he was with Harold and shit, you know what I mean? See, but you wasn't going to do that to Harold Melvin, because Harold Melvin come from the streets too. Even though he was they say he was a blizzy, he come from the streets too. But anyway, they say JoJo, who had the alleged ties to the Philadelphia Black Mafia, and they resented the control that she had over Teddy's career. You know what I'm saying? She had a huge funeral. It's held on April 19th, 1977. The Reverend Jesse Jackson delivered her eulogy. You know what I mean? She was laid to rest in the Shelton Hill. We know if you're from Philly, you know about the hills and shit. She up in the hills, And at this day, they have made no arrests in the homicide of Tasmaya Melina Lang, yo. Ain't nobody been arrested for this murder, man. It's a murder because, that's a murder, homicide. She died by homicide. So that means somebody killed her, you know what I mean? And I'm saying with all the resources and the money that her family come from, because her father was a prominent lawyer. I don't know what her mother did, you know what I'm saying? But I know that they were well off, you know what I'm saying? She had always been that way from childhood, you know what I'm saying? But she just stuck to her grind, and, she became a business woman herself. She, you know what I mean? As far as in the entertainment lane and like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, me personally, I think Teddy talked to that boy JoJo, and JoJo probably reached out to some people, man, and something happened to that girl, man. If the Black Mafia had anything to do with it, man, and we talking murders and shit, Black Mafia is synonymous with murders in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? I could attest to that. So I don't know, man. But I do know that after she died and whatever, y'all see how Teddy's career went from then. But you also see what may be Teddy's karma, man. Y'all see what happened to him a few years later? You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the unfortunate accident that Teddy had when everybody thought, wow, damn, of all the people who would become in a car accident and be paralyzed from the neck down, Teddy Pendergrass, he's such a great singer. He's this, he's that. People give him all those accolades, but don't even know that he might be responsible for the murder of somebody. You know what I mean? Like, we don't be knowing things, man. But you know, the stories about Teddy is live. Teddy was a live wire out here in these streets, man. Because we all know about when, you know, how he came up with that car accident. You know, we know at the time people were trying to say that, you know what I mean, Teddy Pendergrass was having an affair with the doctor's wife, Julius Irving. You know what I'm saying? Turquoise. They was running around saying that Teddy Pendergrass was having an affair with the doc's wife, Dr. J wife. You know what I mean? Because Doc lived in that same area too. The Doc lived in that area too. But it wasn't like that. Turquoise Irving, one of her best friends, was that transsexual. Doc's wife was very close with this transsexual who Teddy was dating. You know what I mean? So she was like the you know, when they go out, you would think that, you know, Teddy out with two women because the tranny he was with was way passable. You know what I mean? They said the tranny looked just as good as Turquoise. You know what I'm saying? So everybody thought Teddy was with Turquoise and shit, cheating. You know what I mean? You never know when a nigga with two broads. You don't really know which one he with. But one of them was a tranny, and that's the one he was with. And that's how come when they had the car accident, you know what I'm saying? Why was Turquoise in the back seat? Turquoise was in the back seat when they crashed on I think it was the West River Drive and shit, doing about 80. You can't do that spin. You can't even do that turn. You can't do the River Drive doing 40, bro. You got to do like 30, 20 coming around. That's where a lot of accidents happen at, yo. Anybody tell you about the East River Drive, the West River Drive? When you come around that whip, whew, it's dangerous. But Teddy was doing like 80, they say, in his Bentley, getting fellatio from a motherfucking transsexual. And that's how he flipped that motherfucker up on top of the tree. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's public information. You know what I'm saying? They said Teddy was wilding out. Turquoise was in the back sniffing coke. You know what I mean? They riding in the Rolls Royce, City Line Avenue, trying to get, you know what I mean? Boom! Banged out. Teddy break his whole neck, back, everything. Been out of commission ever since, y'all. Y'all remember the accident? Could that have been his karma, yo? Could that, you know what I mean? Could that be that? Y'all believe in that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But hey, man, I guess, you know, they say that Hollywood shit and the entertainment business is wild now. We talking about the 70s. So you can imagine, you know, all the stories, because it wasn't no cameras and all that stuff. People was getting away with things back then. You know what I mean? Don't coke and drive. Hey, drive slow. Yeah, you got to. JoJo should have been. He was. Breed Love. JoJo was the first suspect. You know what I'm saying? But he had been traveling with her. You know what I'm saying? And They just couldn't tie. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, you know, the Black Mafia had a lot of influence in the city at that time too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's really not a lot of people from the 70s back then that, you know, established themselves without having some type of influence or some type of ties to the Black Mafia, man. That's just reality, man. That's just, you know, how it is in this city, you know. The Black Mafia had it on lock, you know. Somebody was probably paid off. Definitely somebody was paid off, you know what I mean? And then you gotta understand, like, Teddy came from the ghetto. Teddy came from the hood, you know what I'm saying? Teddy from the heart of North Philly, from Gratz Street, you know what I'm saying? That's the jungle. This girl, she never, you know what I mean? This girl come from, you know what I'm saying? She don't come from none of that, you know what I mean? And it was like what she need with his money. She already got money, you know what I mean? What, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they failed to realize that she was doing business. That's she was doing business. Like, it costs money to open up an office on motherfucking South Street. You dig? You know what I'm saying? And I think that the boyfriend girlfriend relationship played a big part in a nigga wanting to get a motherfucker hit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd have just, you know, I think Teddy was talented enough to fire her as a manager. I think he was talented enough to just fire her, like, you know, or, you know, whatever. Well, nah, you can't just breach your contract. So yeah, you can't just breach your contract because then you make no money at all. South Street, yeah, South. SOU, yeah, South with an F. Nah, it's South with a TH, you know. But yeah, man, that's the story right there. So I wasn't really we all know about Mr. Teddy Pendergrass. I really wanted to go into this, you know, unsolved murder, man. This is an unsolved murder here. I wonder, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with because these, you know, ain't no statute of limitation on murder. So a murder is never closed. It's a cold case, you know what I mean, but it's never closed. And I wonder if, you know, because she come from money, you know what I mean, I wonder if her peoples, you know what I mean, put the private investigators, but they just say, you know, if they found out, like, bro, yo, yeah, it was the Black Mafia, that's a done deal. That's a done deal. That's probably the situation. Because if nothing ain't get done, they probably, you know, figured it out. You know what I mean? It probably got figured out. That's crazy though. Like Teddy, because I think Teddy is one of those Luthers, and you put Teddy up there with them guys, man. You really, I think so. You know what I mean? I don't know, you know, far as singing, like far, you know, in the way his career went, you know what I mean? And you got Teddy didn't have a long run. He didn't have a long run because his you know, when people thought Teddy was active and making money, he really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Because Teddy was a lead singer of the Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, making drummers money. He was making the money that the drummer would make. You know what I'm saying? And you know, because that's what he came in the group doing. And Harold was, you know, nigga, you came in drumming just because you singing now. Don't mean you getting no extra money, man. You know, that motherfucker Harold Melvin, boy. I like to hear my old heads talk about them guys. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, they used to tell me stories about them guys, like, you know what I mean, how tight a lot of them used to be and stuff like that. You know, you would think these guys was, you got a lot of money, you'd be looking out for people, man. But some motherfuckers miserly, they'll take that shit to their grave. She was a very pretty lady. So sad what happened to her. Oh, cause it's usually like that, you know what I'm saying? Because I got another joint for y'all, but this girl here, she made out, you know what I mean? She came out, I'm trying to put it together, but she wound up she was dealing with a guy who, wow, and it's crazy how the story, they don't tie in, but here in this story here, and it's in the with the Black Mafia. And then with this next story, I'm gonna bring you about this girl. She was a law student. No, she was a doctor. She was in Temple University to become a doctor, and she was messing with a guy who was a ranking member of the Junior Black Mafia. So now this is years later, and she was dealing with him, you know what I mean? And he was abusive, and she wound up slumping him, you know what I mean? Now her father was a big shot in the city, her mother, and she wound up getting convicted, you know what I mean? But she only got 5 years. But the thing about it was she never went to jail. She never went to jail. She went through the system, processed, but she never actually did time in a goddamn cell. Yeah. And I'm trying to put that information together, man. You know what I'm saying? They had juniors. Yes, M3, they had juniors. Most of the Black Mafia, you know what I'm saying? That's how the juniors, a lot of the Black Mafia had sons. They had nephews who became a part of the Junior Black Mafia. That's what's always ran the city of Philadelphia, the Black Mafia, whether it be the Black Mafia or the Junior Black Mafia. One of them ran the city. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it was, and that's just how our city is built. We ain't built on Bloods and Crips and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? We had the Italian Mafia, you know what I'm saying? And we had the Black Mafia, and they basically split the city up in the 70s. You know what I mean? Yep. Yeah, M3. I think you know about them junior tyrants. Well, the climate changed and people became more violent due to different type of drug epidemic, you know what I'm saying? Because in the 70s, it was all about that heroin. And as you can see, things are, how they say things going full circle, because back then in the 70s, 60s, 70s, it was the heroin. Then it became, when people thought they was getting money, because I remember a time you would see people walking around with Coke spoons on their neck, gold, diamond encrusted cocaine spoons on their neck. That was a status that a nigga was getting money. A lot of the players, they would have a pinky, and that the pinky nail would be real long, and that's how they just right in your face. Like that was play, because cocaine was a rich man's high at that time. You know what I'm saying? But then when they put that shit in the crack form and threw it in the ghetto, oh man, that changed the motherfucking dynamics of the whole culture. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That changed the whole culture. You know what I mean? When you got a nigga who 15 years old, he go from bagging groceries, taking home $12, $20, you know what I mean, at the end of the day, to coming off his step at 9 o'clock, coming in the house at like 11 o'clock with about 10,000 that day. You know what I mean? The crack money in the 80s turned the whole society violent. Not only violent, it turned the thieves, everything. Crack just destroyed the Black community, and we still haven't recovered from the crack epidemic. You still got crackheads today. You still got crack dealers today. You know what I'm saying? It's and the drug of choice once again, heroin and fentanyl. You see how I go in a circle? It's even more dangerous now with the fentanyl. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wear gas masks and gloves when you needed gas masks and gloves when you fucking with that fentanyl, man. You touch that fentanyl, if you touch it too much, it'll kill you. I'm related to Bumpy Johnson on my uncle's cousin's niece's side, 4 times removed from the blood. You related to Mr. Ellsworth Johnson, huh? That's what's up. You funny as shit, yo. Yeah. But y'all watch, if y'all ever watched that movie, the Bumpy Johnson John and shit, like it's a scene in that movie when he say, yeah, he was in some real trouble. The folks was coming down on him, and he said, call Philly and get Sam Christian. Sam Christian was the leader of the Black Mafia in Philadelphia. Everybody know that all over the world, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, he used to hold guys like Bumpy Johnson down. You know what I'm saying? Philly in the building. TC Trap Talk TV. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? On a rainy Sunday, man. Ellsworth, he owned. That's come on, M3. You know, Bumpy Johnson is from Harlem. He all the way from New York. That just happened to be his mama name of Ellsworth. But yeah, most of those big organizations, black organizations, they got their I'm gonna call it the blueprint. They got the blueprint from, Philadelphia, because it's always been a structured, you know what I mean, kind of structured like environment. They always ran like on some militant type time. You know what I mean? Like they used to get the same Black Mafia brothers when if y'all know anything about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, like when he used to do his traveling, like he used to be the Black Mafia, he used to do his security. You know what I mean? Like it's a brother by the name of Nudie Mims, Jabbar. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to brother Jabbar, man. Jabbar was like his personal bodyguard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Good brother. You know? These are older guys who passed away and stuff like that. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys is, they don't make them like them guys no more. Sam Christian was my brother's. Stop playing, M3. Don't do that. Yeah, see, like you gotta, these guys, like people talk about these guys, and if you knew anything about these guys or ever had the opportunity to sit up under these guys and shit, because see, I remember when Sam Christian came home from doing his time in New York, and the Junior Black Mafia, that's when the Junior Black Mafia was in control. But they had a huge gathering for Sam, at the DoubleTree Hotel. I remember that shit, man, like it was yesterday. Had a huge gathering for Sam at the DoubleTree Hotel, man. I remember that shit. But yeah, like Sam he was the real deal. Sam Christian was the real deal, Like I said, when Bumpy Johnson used to get in trouble out there in New York back then with the Guineas, fucking Dutch Schultz and all those people, call Philadelphia. Get Sam Christian. What? Yeah. Them brothers in Detroit, problem. Yo, call Philly. You know what I mean? Get Sam and them. Ronald Harvey. Guys like that. My OGs. I'm related to Joey Molino. Joey Molino. Yeah, Joey, one of the guys, man. Joey was like Joey ran the goddamn Italian Mafia at one time, man. And that's hard to believe because Joey went to school with us. Like Joey Molino became the boss of the fucking Italian mafia. But his family, his father was a captain, though. Joey Molino's father was a captain, Chucky Molino, and all the Molinos been. They have they used to have a hoagie shop, man, down on Wharton Street. They had the best hoagies in the city, man. The Molino's hoagies and shit. They had. If you ever came to Philly, everybody would go to Molino's to get their hoagies, man. They open up like 9 o'clock, be sold out by 12 that afternoon. You remember Molino's M3? The building's still there. The building's still there. You know, Joey Molino used to own the 22nd Street Cafe, too. You know what I mean? But he sold it to Lionel Simmons. Y'all know anything about Lionel Simmons? Lionel Simmons, he was a first-round draft pick of the Sacramento Kings back in the day. He probably the second all-time leading scorer at LaSalle and shit, the Train and shit from Fish Street, from the Nickel. You know what I'm saying? He had bought that club. That club still, you know, they still have gatherings there. That's my cousin on my pop's mother's side. Yeah. You don't want me to tell me who your cousin is. the madam. That's who I should do a story on. The madam. You know what I mean? The madam was around here giving out fake butt injections with cement, gluing that shit up with cement and stuff like that. My uncle owned a hoagie shop on 5th and Dickinson back in the day. Real talk. I know. Right there on the corner, 5th and Dickinson. I remember you told me that. I remember that. Uncle S, right? But yeah, yo, I appreciate y'all dropping in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, y'all get us some ponder that Teddy Pendergrass situation, man, because I really do think, you know, Teddy got that girl hit, man, because he wanted out of that goddamn contract, man. And that's the only way he knew to get out of it, because I think the Black Mafia probably was putting pressure on him at that time also. You know what I mean? He probably was putting a lot of pressure on him too.
It is Funk Flex, hashtag Freestyle 035. Mon Corleone, he's here. Southside Queens, you see us. Yeah. Grandmaster Vic, he's here. Yeah. Slow, he's here. We're here. Yeah. I'm just saying. We rolling.
Southside's in the building.
Queens
is good. We're gonna talk a little bit. Flexes. We gotta wait for a little while. We rolling. Check. Look, the king's back. Queens rap where I'm supreme at. They tossing stones and hiding hands, nigga. We seen that, told you before. I seen it all, right from the door. They see it? Try be it. The modern they see before. Look, fuck the raps. Who you niggas was before? Woo. Dirty niggas sleeping on your mama's floor. Woo. Fuck a rollie, get you niggas Michael Kors. Woo. Bitch made, y'all the groupies on the tour. We the shooters with the shooters, yeah, the one the shooters call. Fuck a Uber, hit you off a scooter. My youngest got maneuvers to hit you above, right next to Cootie. You don't like me, nigga? Well, that's fine. Just get in line. Wait your turn up. See, my nigga, I waited. Mine was never the hater. Before they made it, congratulated. Love to see when niggas get to the paper. Glad you made it. When my name pop up, it ain't the same about us. One thing remain the same is nothing changed about us. They tried to box me out. I David blame that stuff. See, once your name's on it, bitch, you gotta claim that stuff. Even the dame say you lame. They don't complain about us. Strip. Look, I've been the type to say just what I feel. Niggas feel some type of way. Bring them feelings to the field. Bet they know about me, but what we know about you. If I sneeze, a nigga squeeze, don't make me go. I advise you, do not be the nigga they lie to, cause shit be all pretty. Then the nigga just ride, look. Lost boys, we pop them, then we toss toys. Try to X-Files, them niggas just a cross tour. We at the lot trying to pick it with caution, cause Queens niggas, we don't do too well with Porsches. Of course, it's the nigga that be pissing them off. They don't love you. Till a nigga stiff in the morgue, they'll plug you. Even when you hitting them off,
and tell the whole world that you pussy and soft. You know the niggas they never had, never wanted you to have. Used to be mob deep. Niggas never knew to have 40 to Marcy, Jamaica up to Murder Ave. Turn up your radio, cause this is where you murder rap. Fuck all the murder rap. Niggas are really murder cats. Welcome to Mondo. This where you get your burger rap. I'm certified if ever you heard of I. The killers say the realest shit. Victim owners, they got VI. Don Vito, Corleone, 40 zone. Make a motion picture whenever that 40 or drone. It's blood and bones when I spit that nigga. This ain't no Netflix and chill kind of kickback. Yo, bitch, open up my presents. You don't get that, nigga? Wait till the morning. I'ma send a home gift wrap, nigga. Look. Call me Santa on my French Montana. I'll be running through these industry hoes. Pardon my grandma, I'm such a distraction from your reaction. I'm what they lacking. They never show me no love. Watch your compassion. These niggas be talking just to be talking. I just keep quiet just to be awkward. I keep one in the head just to be cautious. You better get you some bread since you so nauseous. So you Instagram quotas, Facebook philosophers, 48 laws of who's writing this garbage up. I ain't got no fans. I'm just here to make this music. And you ain't gotta press play to it. But don't wait till I'm dead to give me cred, nigga. Don't wait till I'm gone to sing these songs. It's more snakes in the barn than on the farm. So I clean my house before I'm mowing the lawn. I don't like too many niggas around me anyway. I'd rather go on tour with my family any day. Fuck a Porsche. I'd rather the Camry anyway. If the foreign gon' make me a foreigner, where I stay? No, the way I used to. Number done changed like Sudoku. I reply to the text. Who you? Nigga, who this? The fuck you get this number? I text like Dame Dash or State Prop Warner. You don't know me, you knew me. Nigga, this be the new me. Yeah, I'm trying to be a god. They still trying to be Goonies. We ain't cut from the same cloth. This shit ain't in Loomies. It's handmade off the fabric and Huey. Too advanced for these niggas. I'm way ahead of my time. I spit back off the skip back. That's press and rewind. I broke the flow on these hoes after this hoe was designed. You niggas rich off attention. Well, I pay you no mind. Pray to the skies. They wait my demise. Summertime fly. Who am I? The nigga that quit and left out the drive while I rise. All looking surprised. Look how they got me. Shit, back from the dead, cleaner than Oxy. These gay niggas in glitter, Liberace. Nigga, you can't do Versace or Ferrachis. No, that's not saucy. Nigga, that's not bossy. And somewhere down the line, these thugs that got lost it. Trying to find a new
You
way
appreciate
back.
y'all. Breed Love, M3, Young Riaz, TC Trap Talk TZ, Mr. Ray Triggs. Who else is in the building? Riz Lyricist. Everybody showed up in the building, man. Hood Therapy. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good Sunday.
Everything smooth, that's how it be, or it's just me. Then you ain't really outside. You IG niggas know how to hide. We know the pros and cons of all the frozen arms, of all the niggas with rollies that's getting rolled on. See, I'ma mind my business. Yeah, this shit is Guinness. You can believe it or not, or just receive it and plot. Break out your plans, nigga. Be a man. Cause all these niggas you under, they don't understand. I'm prime example. Got these niggas that spit all this family shit and get a whole lot of bread. Don't give the family high. You know the song and all the right from wrong. Look, I ain't asking for shit. Now that I got it, niggas suck my dick. How we supposed to be cool? Cause you posted me, fool? I kept them wolves off your ass. You was supposed to be fool. You know the trouble I spit. It be the trouble I get. We can handle it. We be on demand with that shit. I sat back for too long.
Too big. Appreciate you, bro.
Real niggas diminish. All the fake niggas praise. Nigga, I'm Southside born. 40 Project raised. One thing I can say. This ain't back in the days. They ain't who they post. They all doing the most. They all aim with the fingers. Nobody spraying no toast. I'm like, ooh, I don't want to lose it. But thanks to niggas like Fab, I'ma still prove it that I can still spit like the real Kiss. It's the real Vic. Mom, come.
You know what it is, Mon Coleon. We here,
Sir.
Southside Queens.